Hey y'all, this is Shamonn with Growing in SA, and today we're going to be going in my garden to check out a few of these herbs that I'm growing. I may add a few this spring, but these are the ones that are growing, the ones that are beneficial to me, and I just want to take y'all along in the garden so that you can take a look, y'all. Alright y'all, so let's talk about pineapple sage. This one here, I had been wanting it for a very long time, and then finally I was able to go to Rainbow Gardens here in San Antonio, Texas to find it. Finally they had, like, when I got there were only about 3 plants left. I'm pretty sure you can find these varieties since they are the cousins of the mint family. I'm pretty sure you can find them, find the seeds at different stores and everything, but for me, I just wanted a plant so that I could get the blooms as soon as possible. Just a few notes on pineapple sage. Pineapple sage is pretty much a perennial shrub that is native to Mexico. If you cut this back, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see the base of this plant. And on the base of the plant there, if you prune this back, it will branch out more than it already has for me. And you normally do this during the bloom season so that it can keep on producing blooms. You want to always make sure that you try to deadhead these, because the more you deadhead it and get rid of those old sprucey sprigs like such at the top, and they will produce more flowers for you, like this one, how I've cut it back, and then it will produce some additional blooms. So just make sure that you're doing that. This is such a beautiful plant. The hummingbirds, butterflies, bees, everything loves this plant. Since these can get 3 to 5 feet tall, I planted it in this, in my overpass here. It's pretty much just an arch. And then I have 2 different containers on each side of this that I have built in, and that's where this one is. One thing that I love to use pineapple sage for is to use in my teas. Normally I can pretty much use it. You can use this, it doesn't have to be dried, but you can dry it just to preserve it for the time period, especially the flowers and the leaves, especially for a time period where you know it's not going to be blooming, which is normally during the winter time for us. But since we've had such a mild winter so far, we haven't had that many freezing days. We've probably had 2 days so far. January is normally our coldest month, and January is pretty much almost over. But with that freak weather that we had at the beginning of last year in February, that snow apocalypse, this plant is still living. And it came back, which I am very happy for. It's a little bit more sparse than what it originally was. It was pretty much full, but like I said, I'm probably gonna be pruning this back a lot more before spring comes, just to make sure I get it full and beautiful like it was. Pineapple sage in tea can assist with antidepressant, and it also has anti-anxiety properties, which balance out your nervous system. So pretty much what it helps you with is being calm, just like how lemon balm is, or just like how any of these other herbs are to kind of calm you down. Lavender is also another calming type of herb that I have out here in the garden. Pineapple sage also benefits, helps you with digestion, heartburn, and of course you can always use it in any one of your tinctures, just to make it more potent. But yeah, this is one of the herbs that I really love. I like that you don't have to do too much to it. Yeah, this is really pretty. Alright, so here you have another herb here in the garden. This one is not in an actual container, it's in the ground, but it is in one of these areas that is contained. It's here with a lot of other sage and peppers. Also have some, I don't know if you guys can see this right here. I also have a lot of other herbs that are down here, but let's focus here on this Korean mint. Another name for it is going to be Agastache rugosa, or giant hyssop, or purple giant hyssop, or Indian mint, or blue licorice. These are all the names for this, and it's also in, of course, it's in the mint family. This is native to East Asia, and pretty much what I use this mint for is to make sure that I have a different variety of mints to use in my teas and tea blends. This is also a perennial. Pretty much it smells like a cross between spearmint and licorice mixed together, which I love the smell of licorice. This one of my favorite. I love licorice. I mean, it is an acquired taste for some people. For me, I love it. I love licorice candy. It's one of my favorite things. Pretty much any mint or licorice type of things will aid in digestion or help with upset stomach. And that's what I love it for. You can also use this as a cut flower as it gets bigger, sort of kind of how these different sages are popping up, and salvias are popping up right now as the weather is starting to warm up. They'll get taller and they'll have these long purple spikes at the top of them, and they're also really good as a cut flower. You can put it in your vase to fill up and, you know, bring the outside inside. Normally you shouldn't have any problems finding the seeds for these, and that's what these came from, seeds. Normally what I'll do is, if there's any seeds on the top of those, I'll make sure I keep them. I have a full Ziploc bag full of a Mylar Ziploc bag full of Korean mint, and that way I will never run out, because yeah, this is one of the things that I love. And as you can see, as relation over here, this is where my this is where the pineapple sage is in this container. So I try to keep all my things close to the walkway, and that way I'm able to just grab them. I can check on them, see if there's anything that I need to do with them, see if I need to provide any maintenance for them or anything like that. And then you know, once they're out of sight, they'll be out of mind. So I just make sure the things that I want to keep an eye on, the things that I want to use on a daily basis, meaning in my teas or as tinctures, I make sure that I keep those things here on the walkway, so that I can go ahead on and use them. Alright y'all, so last but not least, I have this peppermint in this large barrel container that I pretty much got from Tractor Supply. This is I think it's a 22 gallon pot. This mint has died back in some areas, and some areas is still good. This is a peppermint plant. This one here came from seeds. All I did was put probably 2 or 3 seeds in here, and it wraps around in here. Once springtime comes, I'm gonna pull all this dead foliage back out of here, probably chop it up a little bit more and then put it back in there, and then make sure that the plant is gonna be healthy. Pretty much the uses for peppermint can be grown anywhere. You want it to be in a partially shaded area. It does well in the sun also. You shouldn't have any problems with growing the mint, but for the most part, peppermint can grow anywhere. It is a running type of plant, so you got to make sure that you keep this contained, otherwise it will be everywhere. It will grow up into your beds. It will grow everywhere. You will have a lawn full of peppermint if you don't watch this. Peppermint, of course, you know, as with anything in the mint family, it can be used for to aid in digestion, to help upset stomach. What else? Just pretty much a soothing type of thing, especially if you have like any respiratory type of problems or anything like that. Peppermint is good. You breathe it in, opens everything up. Like I said, I like to use mint, different types of mint in my teas and blends of teas, because I love to drink tea pretty much every day. And again, tea is so beneficial for you. This one here, this plant, like I said, is kind of going dormant. I think I may move this pot, and that's the good thing about growing things in pots, is that you're able to move them around to kind of help and see what grows best where. You're able to move the pot around. If it's getting too hot in one area, move it to a shaded area. If it's getting too much shade and it's not growing and it's not providing that lush look and feel, move it into a sunny area. But make sure that you keep it watered, because peppermint loves to, it will grow in drier soil, but it loves to have its roots moist. And I just love the smell of mint. Like, if you could smell this. Normally what I like to do is I will use some of this in some peppermint lemonade, and I'll just take the leaves, take a few of the leaves. You can also just take this and chew it. These here are the actual, I'm gonna zoom in, back this up just a little bit so you're able to see. There we go, that's better. And then this right here, this mint here, when you know, rub the leaves or whatever, it's like, it smells so good. It's so potent. It smells like straight menthol. I mean, I don't know how you want to explain it, but it smells so good, y'all. This in some tea, or in some lemonade, or watermelon lemonade, or any watermelon juice. This is it, y'all. It smells so good. Alright, y'all, so now that I have this mint here in my hand still, but I just want to go over a few of the herbs that I had here in my garden and kind of share with you what I actually do with all of my herbs here in the garden. There's so many benefits, so many uses, so many ways to use your herbs in your everyday life. And of course, like I said, they're beneficial, and why would you not want to use herbs and grow herbs? Some of them grow some of the prettiest flowers. That gives you a pop of color during the winter months when the rest of your annual flowers and everything are not growing. Since they are perennials, they'll stay blooming even through the winter time, especially here in South Texas. Well, that's about it, y'all. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment below. Let me know what is one of your favorite herbs in your garden. And if you don't have any herbs, what is a herb that you would like to grow in your garden this upcoming spring growing season? All right, y'all. Have a good one. Be blessed. Thanks.